now checking out the Not a Romaine, cuz.
Well, you look good. I'm loving the bob cut. That's you. It works.
Thank you.
Are you like edging up your style? Because I saw you on the red carpet recently and you were rocking this bodysuit and this sheer thing. And I said, wait a minute. Is that Tia?
Yeah.
What?
You know, I don't know. It's weird. It's like after I had my son, I just feel like, I don't know. It's not like I didn't feel like I was, quote unquote, wanted to embrace my sexuality, before having a child. But afterwards, you just feel so powerful.
What happens to you women when you get married and you have kids and then all of a sudden you want to embrace that sexuality?
You do. You really do. You feel just so powerful, I guess. But I think also, for so long I was kind of like the girl next door and I was like kind of afraid
Squeaky
to.
clean.
Yeah, kind of like just afraid to, embrace, another side of me. And I've always been a little edgy. So I was like, why not just, change it up a little bit.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it because, like you said, for all these years, that has been your brand.
Yeah.
Squeaky clean, girl next door.
No, yeah.
And we, America's darling, we love it.
Yeah.
We love it. Those of you that are listening, Tia and Tamara, sister. And then I think it was probably The Game was the first time we saw you in a different role.
Yeah. And, it's funny because I had just mentioned that I really had to fight for that role. I remember when I first went into audition for it, Mara Brock-Akil, she asked me, she said, "You do know how I write, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm a woman. I'm an actress. Let's go."
Right.
So, and that would definitely have to be one of my favorite roles that I've ever played.
Well, let me tell you something.
Down.
It'll probably make you, I guess, happy to hear.
Okay.
I stopped watching when you left.
Oh my God.
I've never watched another episode.
So many people are telling me that.
Never watched another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now, were you two, why did you leave the show? Because I never knew why. Was Hollywood and the people in the back, the writers and the producers, were they having a hard time with the fact that you had this squeaky clean image?
No, not at all. No. If that were the case, then I would have never gotten the role in the first place. I left the show mainly because they wanted to put my character down to a recurring character after Pooch. Because Pooch ended up booking another show.
Right. Explain all of that for those that are not familiar with the business. Yeah. Recurring and guest starring.
Recurring, like say for instance, if you're a regular on a show, you will be in every single episode.
Okay.
If you are a reoccurring on a show, you're not in every episode. You're probably only in 4 out of 20 episodes or 6 out of 20 episodes, the most. Wow. So they wanted to kind of change my character because I guess Pooch had ended up booking another show.
Right.
Ray Donovan, and he wasn't going to be on the show. So they said, well,
that affected you.
Yeah. So if he wasn't going to be on the show, then what are we going to do with Tia? We'll just kind of bring her down to a reoccurring. And I was like, I believe in myself a little too much. And then I ended up booking Instant Mom, which is on Nick at Night and TV Land now, and I am having a blast on that show.
Yeah, I want to talk more about that, and also we have to talk about this new cooking show. What? You know how to burn pots in the kitchen?
Girl, I know how to throw down.
What? It's Tia Mowry. I had to remember Polish.
Yeah.
Hanging out with us on Ear Candy Mondays. Welcome back.
What's really cool about this show is it's like 50% of it is it's cooking, and then the other 50% of it is like reality. So that's kind of like what's so cool and special about this show. It's something different.
Right.
But I've been in the kitchen ever since I was 6 years old.
Okay, wait. Are you more Paula Deen, Martha Stewart, or Aunt Fee? I know you know Aunt Fee.
Yes, Aunt Fee. No, I think I'm more, let's say, a little bit of Martha Stewart. I mean, okay. I throw down some mac and cheese. I throw down some, spaghetti and meatballs.
What?
I make hearty meals,
Yeah.
But a lot of my meals are on the healthy side.
Good.
So it's a little mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't bring any today.
I know. I should have brought my brownies.
A certain type of way.
I make these almond brownies.
Nice.
They are unbelievable with like chocolate chips and walnuts.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Now, you brought up reality TV, and I must say, prior to the reality show you did with your sister,
Yeah.
I didn't really know much about you two,
Yeah.
except for what we knew
Yes.
on
Yeah.
television, and it worked.
Yeah.
Because it allowed you guys to explore your individuality.
Yes, it did. It did. And I think that's the coolest thing about my sister and I is that we've allowed ourselves to grow as individuals, because a lot of the times, when you are twins, society, and you're pressured by society to kind of be the same, especially if you have a quote unquote business together. Like my sister and I, like sister, everybody saw us as a unit. But, we encouraged each other to embrace our individualities. And I think it started at home, supporting each other. I'm like, Tamara, you think this way, I think that way. We may be different at certain things, but, we're going to support each other. And that allowed us to embrace our careers, as individuals. But what's so cool, and I think also it helps with longevity.
Right.
I think, by us allowing ourselves to be individuals and do separate projects, we're able to be in this business for a longer period of time. And then at the same time, we come together, when we do projects like we're doing Twin Tuition, which is a 4-part book series that we're doing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it came out last week. But,
Look
yeah.
at
So,
you. Man, okay.
no, but yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this show.
Now, I'm not a twin,
Yeah.
but I have a sister, an older sister. She recently got married, and she
Okay.
has 2 kids, and I hate the questions. Okay, when are you getting married? When are you having kids?
Yeah.
I can imagine it's way worse for a
It is.
twin. Are you
Honey,
getting the questions
let
of
me-
when you're having the second
No,
baby?
I'm not getting the questions. People have already labeled me as pregnant.
No.
I'm like every second on Instagram. I literally have to put up on Instagram, I am not pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, really, guys, I'm not like they want me to be pregnant so bad. Thank you. But
Does society create like that competition thing between you two?
yes, I think society definitely does. But that's, like I was saying, it's very important that in the home that it's not like that.
Right.
My sister and I, people always ask, are you guys competitive with each other? I mean, yes, but it's healthy competition. It's like, oh, if I see that my sister can do it, then I can do it too.
You encourage each other.
Yes, but society, they definitely put that on each other, on us, and we cannot stand it. It's not cool, but as long as everything is okay at home, then that stuff doesn't really
affect you guys.
Yeah.
Let's play some music. Come back. It's early morning.
Okay.
What's a good Tia Mowry meal
Okay.
in the morning for folks listening? What can they make real quick? Folks are getting up for work. You don't
Yeah.
have time to really go in there and make grits and all that stuff.
This is a really great meal, and it's very healthy. It's great for like a pre-workout. I make these cool banana pancakes, but it's so easy because basically I just use eggs and bananas, and I throw in some oatmeal in there as a binding agent, and I put nutmeg in there,
Really?
vanilla extract, and you just whip it up, whip, throw it in the pot. It's done you're done in like 8 minutes.
Oatmeal as
a binding agent.
So you don't have to use flour.
No flour. So that's where it's healthier, but it's filling, it's delicious, it's healthy. And then what I like to do too is I add blueberries on top, and I just heat up the blueberries a little bit, put it on top so they kind of burst open from the heat.
Ooh.
Add some coconut shavings on top with some agave or maple syrup.
This is sounding sexy. It's reminding me of R. Kelly's, fruits and tomato. You know the song.
Yeah, but hey,
Blueberries bursting open and agave. And
see? Hey, watch my show and that's what hey, I love food.
The Cooking Channel Tia Mowry at home in the kitchen. Now, a lot of career-oriented women are afraid to have children.
Yes.
Afraid to stop and, just venture into that. Did you have any reservations?
I did. But one of my really, really good friends, they said, you know what? You cannot stop living.
Right.
You cannot, your real life is more important. What you do behind the cameras, that is more important. Family, that is what's important.
Yeah. And, I heard Angie Stone put it this way. Don't be so busy working to earn a living that you
Cannot
get to
live.
make a life.
Yeah, make a life.
Yeah.
So it's like that. And And right now, I see how it's actually opened and expanded my career. I feel like I've been working more now that I've had now that I've had a child.
Wow.
And also just mentally, just my perspective has changed.
Right.
I not that I wasn't a go-getter before, but I'm so motivated and I'm so focused because of my son.
So it doesn't have to, it's not a career ender.
No, not at all. Not for me. I almost felt like I began my career. I really did.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, even when I was working on the game, Mara, the creator, she said she saw a change in me just with my maturity, with my focus, with my acting. So if anything, I feel like it's benefited me.